It is July 2nd, 2016, about 8:34. I'm going to try to get one more mile in here before it gets too dark. Mile 66 to 65, southbound on the Laurel Highlands hiking trail. Back up, I'm going to start using my regular camera as well. So if the video quality is inconsistent, the range of view kind of jumps around, it'll be because I'm subbing in some clips from the other camera, which I'll be happy to replace with something better if I get back here again at a distant point in the future, or if I just don't happen to get to editing this before I get back here. So it's really getting dark in here. There's trees. Again, it's probably 10 or 12 minutes before actual sunset, but for some reason it starts getting really dark here a little early. And it always seems early to me because I'm just a little ways west and we got about 8 or 10 more minutes longer in the day. Trail's just kind of snaking around here. My watch says we're at 2,600 feet, but that may not be what the map says. What I do know is it said 1,300 at the start, which also may be inaccurate, but the difference in elevation is probably pretty close, and that's 1,300 feet. Pretty much most of the way up here. There might be a few high points, but yeah, it's definitely leveled out now. You won't really have anything more than a few hundred feet of up and down until you get all the way back to mile 8, and then you go through the horrendous 8 to gate, which is the opposite of the incredibly hard gate to 8. So you will drop down from mile 8 to mile 0 into Ohio Powell State Park, where the ultra race begins. But that is about 58 miles south of here. Do apologize for that. Whew. It doesn't seem like after I did the Ultra and the Rachel Carson challenge, which were actually 2 weeks apart, like I really ate all that much or got all that hungry. Now it's like 3-4 weeks later, and yeah, I'm getting like hungry all the time. I'm kind of making up for all the calories I burned doing this race a month ago. I'm going to do is I'm going to boost the exposure compensation on the backup camera here just a second. Camera. Nah. Put it in manual and see what happens. So we got manual. Oh, actually. Say aperture priority. Auto. Let's see here. Alright, exposure compensation is up to the max. We got +2. Honestly, I don't know that it really made a difference or actually applied it to the video. There's very few video choices that you can do on the regular camera here. Yeah. Vice versa on the video camera, there's not a whole lot of photo adjustments that you can make, not as nearly as much as what you can on the still camera. So I know that the video I'm getting out of my still camera is acceptable. If you can tell, it's getting a little dark, but yeah, it'll definitely help if what I got on the GoPro is bad, because I can't really see what I'm getting. Getting 5 southbound mile segments knocked out tonight. Mile 70 all the way to 65, where I'll be finishing up soon. There's one crazy day that I got, I think it was like everything from 8 to 17 and back or something ridiculous like that. It was like 14 or 15 segments. It's very unusual, but it can happen if I get here early in the day, like before noon. Usually I'm dilly-dallying around until it's too late, and by the time I get to the trail, there's not much time. And the police like to hang out on William Penn Highway, US 22, which I have to take quite a ways coming from the Pittsburgh area, so you don't want to take a chance and speed and get pulled over. They will ticket you, and in Pennsylvania the tickets are very expensive. They start at $100 and go up from there. I'm sure they're probably worse in other places, but for me, that's a lot. No, even the video I'm getting on the backup camera is pretty bad. Just a random hat in the tree. Hopefully hopefully there'll be something you can do to maximize the contrast afterwards. Straight, yeah, up here a little bit to the right here. So what the secondary camera is seeing looks about pretty right for what I'm seeing at some point, though, of course. Eyes will adjust to the dark perfectly fine, and the camera won't, and it won't see what I see. It's about 8:46, so it could be just a few minutes past sunset. Okay, Laurel Highlands. Yeah, I know there's a lot of video cameras that are a lot more than $300 or $400. Maybe those are the ones where people can actually do some really amazing stuff in low light. The birds are very tweety tonight. There's lots of ferns. Down a slight grade here. Really get the 65 right about as the batteries are going to die on both cameras. No battery changes tonight. And at this point, I'm pretty sure the video quality is not going to be what I like. I wish I could get my hiney out here earlier. It's now Saturday. I don't have another chance to come back here probably until Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'd rather knock out the south. So maybe a while before this one gets redone if necessary. The south part's further. At least it seems further. I think it's like 10 more miles, but it seems like it takes another 40 minutes to get there. Yeah, I just made a mistake you probably don't want to make on the Laurel Highlands hiking trail, and I forgot to bring my headlamp. So... down. Thankfully, we're at mile 65, which means I get to turn off the camera.